Once upon a time, in a forest where speed was everything, one creature stood supreme, Hare, fast as lightning, proud and untouchable. But one day, a challenger arose, one no one expected. A slow-moving tortoise, against the fastest in the forest. Impossible, they said. But sometimes, victory isn't about speed, it's about something much greater. You think you know how this race ends? Well, think again. This is a story of wit, patience, and a twist no one saw coming. In a lush green forest teeming with life, the animals gathered around the clearing. Today was no ordinary day, it was the day of the great race, a long-standing tradition where speed was revered and only the swiftest dared to compete. At the heart of the gathering stood Hare, sleek and confident, known far and wide for his unmatched speed. Who would dare challenge me today? Hare called out, his voice echoing through the forest. The crowd murmured, for none could match Hare's swiftness. Then, from the edge of the crowd, came a voice, calm, steady, and unexpected. I will race you, said Tortoise, stepping forward slowly, his shell gleaming under the morning sun. A wave of laughter rippled through the crowd. Tortoise, you must be joking. A monkey chattered, while the parrots squawked in disbelief. But Tortoise remained unshaken. Laugh if you will. I may be slow, but I do not fear the race. Intrigued by the audacity of the challenger, the forest grew quiet. Hare, barely able to suppress a grin, leaned in close. You really think you can win? It's not always about speed, Tortoise replied. Sometimes, it's about something more. Curious whispers spread through the crowd. What could Tortoise mean? The racecourse stretched from one end of the forest to the other, winding through trees, across streams, and over hills. The animals lined up on either side, eager to witness what many believed would be a humiliating defeat for Tortoise. Ready, set, go, yelled Owl, flapping his wings to signal the start. Hare bolted ahead, disappearing down the path in a blur of fur and dust. Tortoise, meanwhile, took his first step, slow, deliberate, unhurried. As Hare dashed effortlessly through the forest, he soon grew bored. This is too easy, he thought, glancing back to see Tortoise barely a few paces from the starting line. Confident in his lead, Hare decided to take a detour. Why not make it interesting? He mused. Nearby, he spotted a meadow filled with juicy carrots. I'll have a quick snack. Tortoise won't catch up anytime soon. Meanwhile, Tortoise plodded on, steady and unwavering. But unknown to Hare, Tortoise had devised a plan. Earlier, he had enlisted the help of his family, several tortoises who looked remarkably like him. They positioned themselves at key points along the racecourse, hidden from view. As Hare munched on carrots, he looked up and froze. Ahead, near a bend in the path, he saw what appeared to be Tortoise slowly making his way forward. How is that possible? Hare muttered, eyes wide. I was so far ahead. Determined to reclaim his lead, he dashed past the figure, only to be surprised again moments later. Another tortoise was ahead. Confusion gripped Hare. Am I seeing things? He said to himself. The race turned into a battle of wits. Each time Hare raced ahead, another tortoise appeared further down the path. Exhausted and bewildered, he began to lose focus. He couldn't understand how Tortoise kept appearing ahead of him. By the time Hare neared the finish line, he was drenched in sweat and utterly drained. To his disbelief, there stood the real Tortoise, calm and collected, just a few steps away from crossing the line. With one final, slow step, Tortoise crossed the finish line as the crowd erupted in astonishment. Hare, panting heavily, approached Tortoise, still trying to catch his breath. How did you do it? Tortoise smiled. Sometimes, it's not the fastest who wins, but the one who thinks ahead. You relied on speed, but I relied on strategy. The forest grew silent as the animals absorbed the lesson. It wasn't just a race of speed, it was a race of cleverness, patience, and humility. Hare learned a valuable lesson that day: arrogance can be your downfall, and even the seemingly weak can triumph with the right strategy. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with others who love traditional tales.